Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of A Little Busters. So let's jump right back in. I haven't come to places like this a lot. Kurugaya-san must really have a thing for tea, given that she doesn't mind drinking a cup in solitude or at school. 2 cups of coffee, please. Just a moment. Kurugaya-san must be quite experienced. She made her order with no hesitation. You know, if we were a couple, that would have been my role. Ha ha ha! I didn't think you'd say that. Riki-kun, are you worried about something like that? She asked in delight. Riki-kun, you don't have to force yourself to act manly. I like you as the kind of easy-to-tease character you are. Besides, if I wanted an embodiment of masculinity, those 2 idiots would be more than enough. Well, how can she say she likes someone so easily? Soon we received the coffees that we'd ordered. Since ancient times, young people in the Great Britain have been going to cafes to engage in debates and to voice their concern over the future of the country. Oh, we should follow this tradition. But I'm not exactly concerned over the future of our country. You have no sense of impending crisis, do you, Riki-kun? Then shall we shall we debate the absurdity of the concept of frozen steamed vegetables? Well, it's true that they're not steamed until you cook them, and until then they're just frozen. But I don't think there's really much point in debating that. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm in no mood for this kind of talk myself. Okay. The rain won't let up. I wonder if it's going to stop today. What do you suppose a typical girl of my age would be thinking in this situation? Huh? Nothing. It's just something that momentarily crossed my mind, she said as she brought her cup of black coffee to her mouth. You know what I've been thinking? I think you're not strange at all. Oh? I mean, the way you feel and think, it's different for every one of us. I don't think that there's anyone in particular who's special. Rather, if you look at it this way, everyone is special. I see. Riki-kun, you say some really interesting things. Or maybe there's something wrong with my thinking. Is it the rain? She set the cup back on the saucer and looked out the window. This is so strange. Part of me wishes for the rain to stop, but part of me doesn't. I'd rather it didn't stop for a while longer. Somehow, Kurugaya-san just looked so strangely cute when she was gazing out the window like that. This is bad. I'm really going to fall in love with her at this rate. We talked for nearly an hour before we decided to leave. Thanks for coming. After settling the bill, we left the cafe. Well, it hasn't stopped at all. She sounded cheerful. I looked up at the sky. The rain seemed to have let up a little bit. What do we do? Go back and get soaked? What? Well, the rain shouldn't be that cold at this time of the year. We'll be back at the dorm anyway. It's okay to get your clothes wet. And above all, the shower will feel all the better after that. Well, and if we catch a cold? What does it matter? Taking risks like that is what makes things fun. She laughed heartily and slapped my shoulder. Now, even I can't help but think that it'll be fun. Oh? Let's get soaked together. You've learned to say some amusing things, Riki-kun. Have you been influenced by someone? I think it's you. We jumped into a puddle while laughing. Kurugaya-san, there's no need to jump into them on purpose. But that's what's fun about it. Is that really so? My feet were soaked to the bone. The shoes made a funny noise each time I took a step. Geez, it doesn't even matter if I avoid the puddles or not anymore. I no longer cared where I was stepping. Well, you really are getting wet as a rag, young man. You too, Kurugaya-san. One-san is having fun doing this. Then I'm having fun too. I don't get it. Are you having fun, young man? What do you mean? They say she's messed up in the head. They say she's like a robot. They say she's fine no matter what happens to her. Is it really fun getting soaked with someone like that? Yep, it is. Huh. She gave me a look of disbelief. And I don't think this way. You're not a robot, and you're not fine no matter what happens to you. You're not fine. That's why you were so angry that time. I mean, isn't that such a very human thing? I just don't understand. I see it's human, huh? I wonder if I can do it. She muttered and thrust her foot into a puddle. It was me who didn't understand about Kurugaya-san. Oh, you're back! When I got back to my room, the 4 people I expected to see were waiting inside for me. What happened? You're all soaked. Well, things happened. I sneezed before I could finish speaking. Before presenting your report on the battle, go take a shower. You'll catch a cold otherwise the way you are. You're right. Why do you look so happy? That's called love. Oh, that, she said like she'd only just remembered. It was clear she didn't have a clue. I went to the shower room after being nagged by Kengo. After changing clothes, I returned to my room. So, how did it go? Well, if I were to say, we met up at the gates, then went to a cafe near the station. What? Isn't that a normal date? So it started raining on the way, and we took shelter under the roof of a bookstore. Then we went to the cafe sharing my umbrella. Oh, not bad at all, Riki. And were you the one who suggested it? Well, yeah, it was me. Hey, what happened then? No, wait, just hearing your story, I'm getting all hot to trot. I don't think you even know what that means. Hot to trot, that. You know what he means? Incredible. So we went to the cafe, talked for a while, and then came back without opening the umbrella. Sounds like success. Success at what? How far did you get? Damn, I'm seriously getting all hot to trot. No, I really don't think you're getting hot to trot. No, I'm totally getting hot to trot too. No. But, know what? In that cafe. No, forget it. What's up with that? I was going to say she had looked cute, but I figured they'd blow it out of proportion. Hot to trot? No. So, did you have fun? Yeah, I really meant it. I see, that's what matters, isn't it? Right. All in all, I got to know Kurugaya-san a little better today. And now I know that I like her. Achoo! I think you might have been out in the cold for too long. Yeah, maybe. I'll turn in a little earlier today. I felt something of a distant chill. Okay, let's move to Kyosuke's room. We still haven't settled that game of extreme cards from that time. You're on. Let's have a go at it. All right. Just hearing the name of the game made me want to bail out. I was so glad I wasn't feeling well. Next morning, I ended up catching a cold. 37.9 degrees, just a common cold. Geez, that's what you get for never working out. You're too weak. You wouldn't catch a cold no matter what happens, though. Haha, thanks. Stupid! You should rest for today. If something happens, you give us a call. I'll put your cell phone on your bedside table. Okay. Rest well and recover soon. You're going to say I'm not gonna catch a cold since I'm stupid, huh? You got some nerve. Took him long enough to realize. There's a sick person here. Pipe down. I'm sorry. All 4 of them left the room. Whoa, my head feels so heavy. I applied a wet towel that they had prepared to my forehead and drifted off to sleep. I wonder if Kurugaya-san is all right. I guess I don't have to worry about her. These thoughts went through my mind as my consciousness faded away. Boop doop. I awoke from my light slumber. I still feel languid. Languid. I don't know. I didn't open my eyes. Well, at least I'm feeling much better compared to this morning. I should just keep sleeping. And just when I thought so, I felt something cool on my forehead. Seems like someone had put the towel back. Oh, did someone come back already? I had lost track of time, but still it didn't seem likely that I had been asleep for so long that classes were over already. I opened my eyes. And it's Kurugaya! Oh, hi! Oh, there was a familiar face right in front of me. It was Kurugaya-san. You're awake, Riki-kun. What? I instinctively roused my body and pulled away from her. Kurugaya-san, why are you here? I'm here to check up on you. What other reason could there be? No, that's not what I'm asking. I shot a glance at the clock on the wall. Almost 12. It was math class at this time. Did she come all the way here for me? Well, you could say I'm here to waste time in a worthwhile fashion. You shouldn't feel too bad having a charming young girl such as myself come visit your room. If anything, you should be ecstatic. Well, I'm glad you came. But still, I felt somewhat pathetic. My eyes wandered to her breasts. No. What? You're not feeling well after all. No, that's not it. Why don't you move a bit that way to make some room? Wait, why would I? One will sleep together with you. No, you don't have to. You really don't have to. Ha ha ha. Don't mind it. It's a most natural thing to do when looking after a sick person. I'm not just acting reserved. I really would like you to stop right there. Young man, your mind is still a perpetual mystery to me. This is all most interesting. If I had her lying right next to me, there's no way in hell I'd be able to sleep soundly. Hang on, where's your blazer? I took it off since we're going to sleep together. The less clothes, the better the heat transfers. Put it on, I beg you. It was a dangerous situation in more ways than one. I made her put her blazer back on. Having become agitated, I started feeling ill again. Is everything okay, Riki-kun? If it was, I wouldn't be taking a day off. All my strength escaped me and I crashed back onto the bed. I must say, though, you must have done something crazy to catch a cold at this time of the year. Actually, you did the exact same thing. Is that so? That means your body is just weak. One could also argue that it's her body that's too strong. I refrained from voicing my observation aloud. Did you eat anything since this morning? I only drank a little of a sports drink. That's no good. I'm glad I brought an apple. She took a plastic bag out of her bag. When did she get it? It was only this morning that I caught a cold, and she could only find out about my condition in the classroom. So, whoa, I started feeling worse just by thinking about it. I shouldn't put too much thought in it. Now that I think of it, there is no kitchen here. Well, a sink will do. After some time, I heard the sound of running water. Then I heard her take a plate from the dresser. And at last I heard her start peeling the apple somewhere near the bed. It was an uninterrupted rhythmic sound. Her pace was so steady. It felt comfortable listening to it. Look, one perfect continuous strip. She lifted the skin of the apple up before my eyes and waved it around in the air. I knew she'd be good even at something like that. I thought this in my hazy mind. Let's see. How about I slice it up so that it's easier for you to eat? Do you have a cutting board? Under the sink. Roger. We had a complete section of cooking utensils in our room prepared by Masato. Most of them, however, were survival gear, rather than meant for day-to-day use. All right, I'm done. Kurugaya-san spoke as she placed the plate with the apple by my pillow. Come on, say ah. She thrust a slice of apple at my mouth. It's okay, you don't have to do that. Do you prefer to be fed mouth to mouth? Speaking this, Kurugaya-san brought the apple slice she was holding into her own mouth. No, hold on, don't do that. I was just kidding. She swallowed it down. I couldn't avoid the feeling that had I not stopped her, she'd really have done it. I knew it'd turn out like this. Ah, it's delicious. It's a crime you're not eating, young man. Well, I was going to. She went through the trouble to peel it for me after all. Even if you're sick, not eating anything will only harm you. Even if you're not feeling hungry, you must force yourself to eat something. Saying so, she took another slice of apple. Okay. I honestly didn't feel like eating, but I still took a bite of it. I gulped it down. That alone felt like a Herculean task to me. Ah, my bad. I ended up eating everything. While I was painstakingly trying to finish just one slice of apple, she had managed to eat the rest of it. Okay, I'll do it to another one. She produced another apple from her bag. The sound of the apple being peeled filled the room again. Kurugaya-san, you're so good at it. Well, yeah. All right, this is a special service. I'll show you something interesting. The pattern of the sound changed subtly when she said this. Apparently, she was now carving something into the surface of the apple. Okay, this is for you. She handed me an apple with the word melancholy engraved on its surface. Well, that's amazing. I'll give you that. But is this really something you should be giving a sick person? You don't think so? Well, I might as well refine the shape a little bit further. She transformed the apple into 3 rabbit-shaped slices. Standard items. Look, when you line up the 3 of them, it reads melancholy again. There were 3 ominous rabbits looking at me, or staring at me. I picked one of them up. It was highly detailed with a kind of artistic balance. It felt like a waste to eat it, but I still made myself take a bite. Ugh. As soon as I took a bite, my throat protested. I somehow managed to swallow it. I'm sorry, I can't eat anymore. I see, I could always grate it for you. I spotted a grater on the shelf. She came back with a grater in her hands and began grating the apple. Oh, what a waste! A waste? What is a waste? The crunchy sound abruptly stopped as she raised her head. Well, I mean it was just made so well. Something like that can be done in no time. Besides, apples are not to be marveled at, they are to be eaten, are they not? Well, you have a point, but still. It didn't take her long to finish grating the apple. Okay, it's done. Looks like baby food. Okay, when you're eating, say something like, Babu-chan, or Hi. No, I won't. I carried some of the apple pulp to my mouth with a spoon. I should be fine with something like this. After finishing 1/3 of it, I put down the spoon. Was that enough? Any more than this is going to be tough. I see. Kurugaya-san took the plate and spoon from me and set them on the desk. All you need now is to have some rest. Well, that's what I've been trying to do to begin with. Before I finished my words, she put something cold on my forehead. Whoa! It's an ice pack I used to cool the apples. It should be nice if you wrap it in a towel. I'll take away this wash bowl and wet this towel. Okay, thanks. Then I wrapped the ice pack in a towel and put it on my forehead. Whoa. A terrible headache struck me. It wasn't because of the cold. It was my chronic disorder. What's wrong, young man? I have to sleep again. I could barely squeeze the words out of my mouth. I see. Then have a good rest. My consciousness was rapidly slipping away. And then, you're going to be fine. I felt Kurugaya-san's slightly cold and wet hand on my cheek. Amidst the darkness, there was nothing. Again, there's nothing. Maybe I won't have to dream anymore. I could only feel time moving faster. I wondered how long would have passed since I fell asleep when I woke up. I felt as though I heard the sound of a piano. It felt as though it was a melody I had heard before, and I thought I heard the sound of rain. White. I was looking down at the city from somewhere high above, looking through the misty haze. The air is so white, I thought to myself. What was I looking at? Something far away, something obscured by the white mist. A line? A contour? A thin beam of light was piercing the darkness. On the other side of the whiteness was a lake. Its surface was still as a mirror, not the tiniest ripple disturbing this tranquility. When I looked up, I saw white cotton balling. It was snow. When the flakes reached the surface, they disappeared as though seeping in, and nothing remained. Ah, I put my hands on the glass. The glass before my eyes was white because of my breath. It must be cold, I thought, as I gazed through the glass. And even such a dream as this would be forgotten once I woke up. Okay, so there is a bit more than I thought there was, so I'm going to end this episode here. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!